You know what the natural consequence of Occupy was, at least in part, Donald Trump, Bernie Sanders.
Yep.
You had right-wing populists, left-wing populists, sort of moderate economic populists, nationalist populists, people who just said for the people, by the people, not the elite, the establishment, revolving door BS. And so you go from 2011, eventually Occupy got dominated by leftists. But a lot of the regular, there was a lot of regular traditional liberal types, moderate lefty types, they flipped for Trump. So when you had this uprising, sort of this emergence of these populists, and then it came to political candidates, populist Bernie Sanders emerges, populist Donald Trump emerges. Well, guess what? Donald Trump is, I don't, there's a lot of words people use to describe him, but I think tough is probably a good one. You can call him stupid, small hand, orange face, or whatever, but the dude is stronger than these people on the left.
Yeah, and I
Bernie
think,
Sanders couldn't hang. So he gets knocked out. Donald Trump ends up winning.
Yes, he has that tough personality that people naturally are kind of attracted to, but he also plays up his anti-establishment more than anyone else, even though sometimes he has people like John Bolton right next to him.
What a stupid.
Which was not a smart move to do, but he's able to play up on his charisma, his personality, and when you truly go to one of his kind of talks, whenever he's doing one of his rallies, it's really an event that's kind of awe-stunning, and you really kind of do understand. A lot of people don't understand Donald Trump unless they actually go to one of his rallies, one of his meetings, and you really get to see how he's up there in the moment and
he's
kind
a
of
comedian.
plays up to everyone.
It's funny.
He's funny. He's legitimately funny. I think it was Dave Chappelle that was talking about how Donald Trump came up with the term kung flu, and he was like, I'm not going to curse here, but Dave Chappelle cursed. He was like, I'm mad at him. He said that not because it's racially insensitive, but that's something I should say, not Donald Trump.
Right.
And you kind of give it up to him in that way, where he does represent this kind of anti-establishment idea, but it's an idea.
But yeah, he's not as smart as Sanders. They weren't afraid of him like they were of Sanders. Like Donald Trump put that, what's his name, Bolton in. Now he's threatening to repeal Section 230 completely.
That's crazy. We got to talk about that.
Complete insanity. Like he doesn't know what he's doing.
No, but you know what? I'm kind of digging it. You know why?
Well,
if the result is either if 230 got repealed, but he didn't reauthorize the NDAA, I would just be laughing the whole time. Now I'm concerned about our military personnel for sure. But the things they stuff in that bill, the amount of money they waste, the no-bid contracts, Trump's like, I'm not going to sign the NDA unless you repeal 230. I'm like, he's just going to blow it. He's like blowing the whole thing up.
Like he won't sign the NDA.
It's him literally pointing the middle finger to the political establishment and the military-industrial complex. And it's hilarious.
I don't know much about the NDAA. I really don't. But I like at a surface level, I would love to not refund it. It seems like a Patriot Act 2.0.
It funds the military. It authorizes the expenses towards military, and we spend a ridiculous amount of money. I was reading, there was a tweet, Matt Taibbi tweeted something out saying that when you actually break down the costs, even half of Republicans agree, this is ridiculous, we're spending too much money. And I think the easiest way to put it is, we're building roads in Afghanistan and Iraq, or we've been for 20 years, and it's kind of winding down, with Trump. Why aren't we doing that here? We're building infrastructure in other countries. It's 20 years of my life we've been doing this.
We need to get tanks from west to east over there.
Yeah, well, I had to drive down from upstate New York. Holy cow! That looked. Some places looked like Iraq down there. I mean, with the roads. Dude. Yeah, and I'm driving a trailer, so this thing's jumping up and down all the time. But the military-industrial complex does feed off the American people more than any kind of communist, socialist leech out there. You want to talk about corporate welfare? Holy cow! When you look at the military
contracts,
no bid contracts. Where's the free market? Where's the capitalism when you have Lockheed Martin and Boeing literally siphoning up?
Whoa! Those companies are run by women, Luke. You're not a sexist, are you?
And the new LGBTQ friendly, mainstream media approved groups.
They're going to put rainbow. They're going to put rainbow flags on Hellfire missiles. I'm not even. There's a photo of this. Like people were pointing it out. Like. This is what their plan is. It's a Reaper drone, and they put the symbols on it. Like that makes it okay.
Yeah, it's absolutely ridiculous. Or Joe Biden's going to have fancy socks. That's what we're going to have with the mainstream media coming up in the next 4 years. Fancy Joe Biden socks. And look how great this person is drone bombing a wedding in Yemen. But they won't even talk about that, or how the United States is with Al Qaeda in Yemen. And that's a whole other different
Donald
topic
Trump
of discussion.
could run into a burning building to save a box of puppies. and they would criticize him for being reckless and endangering. Well, as much as we're critical of him, he is the president. This is extremely reckless. No matter what he does, it's bad. Donald Trump literally killed American citizens. People don't know this. Yeah. I rant as much as I can. I remember you asked. It was you asked, was it Charlie Gibbs?
Yeah, Obama's spokesperson and one of his top cabinet members, me and Sierra Adamson, during the presidential debates when Barack Obama was running against Mitt Romney, went up to him and we asked him a question that no one asked ever.
Why did you kill an American citizen?
Like, why did you? And this is important to understand here. Barack Obama physically signed off on every drone strike, physically made the approval for sending out killer robots to drone bomb innocent people, 90% of which were found out, according to The Intercept, with the government documents that they were able to find, 90% of which were innocent civilians. So, when you have such an egregious case, especially with the case of a 16-year-old American citizen from Colorado that was assassinated under this deposition matrix. It's not
disposition.
Disposition matrix. They make up all these fancy words for it. It's assassination
kill list.
Yeah, it's a kill list. It's a kill list. That's essentially it is. Barack Obama granted himself the ultimate power of Führer, able to assassinate and kill any American citizen anywhere in the world at any time under his own decree. No court, no judge, no lawyer, no legal arguments, and he did it and he carried it out.
Now here's where it comes into the NDAA. So Donald Trump tweets out, unless they repeal Section 230, I'm going to veto the National Defense Authorization Act. That's crazy. It's really crazy. I mean, repealing Section 230 would destroy the internet. No joke. Like, it would be the end of independent media. Right? CNN would be laughing all the way to the bank because they got lawyers, they can afford it. Now, smaller channels definitely can't. Independent media definitely can't. If 230 goes, this channel won't exist. YouTube will start banning everybody left and right. YouTube would become Netflix overnight, where they sign off on every bit of content, and they want it. So a lot of people said this is Trump's big ask, right? He says, repeal 230. That way they walk it down to reform. No. No, the Democrats, the establishment, the rhinos, the never-Trumpers, they're begging to get rid of 230 because the only challenge they've ever had is when the people were able to communicate with each other, and they've been desperately trying to ban people. Give them an excuse. So now going back to Obama signed off on something called the indefinite detention provision. It was added to the National Defense Authorization Act, I think in 2012?
Yes.
It allows the government to indefinitely detain anybody, anywhere, for effectively any reason, even American citizens. Obama signed that. So now you have, in this country, 80 million people, they say, who voted for Biden, assuming that's, the correct and final number, many of whom don't know anything about the Democratic Party, don't know what Obama was, don't know what Biden was, and now they're cheering, like, we did it, we defeated fascism. It was like, yes, the fascists who was pulling our troops out of these countries, who was drawing down our started no new wars. Great, now we're going back to the Obama era.
Yeah, it just boggles my mind to see so many people call Donald Trump a fascist. He's a fascist. Meanwhile, where were you during the Obama administration, where he legally codified assassinating, spying, torturing, killing, executing any American citizen at any time that he wants to? And these are the powers that he gave Donald Trump, and now there's other people telling Donald Trump, hey, use some of these powers. Let's invoke martial law. And it's just I think
Directive 51.
I think we're being played like a fiddle here. I think it's important to pay attention more than ever. And these issues, especially the Obama administration, we need to revise what happened under Obama, because this is Obama 2.0 / more corporatist of a presidency coming in with Joe Biden. Yep. Joe Biden, who argued that there should be more corporate lobbying inside of the White House, not less. So that's the major disagreement that Obama had with Biden. Biden wanted more special interests.
But something interesting is going to happen. In their desperation, the establishment tried to activate as many people as possible to vote. So I'm talking to my friends now, and they're like, I know this guy, he posted a picture of himself voting. He's dropping the mailbox or mail-in ballot. And he was like, you got to vote for Biden, everybody. And so I, challenged him a bit, like, why? And he's like, Trump is undermining our democracy, and said all these things. And then I just went through a list of Obama era, policies where Biden was the VP. And he's like, well, I don't know about supporting all that. I wasn't really paying attention back then. And I was like, so will you acknowledge you voted in a guy who oversaw his brother and family getting rich, flying his son on Air Force 2 to get this equity deal, and blowing up kids? And now, but here's the point I'm going to make. When you say, where were you when Obama was doing all this? Oh, they were asleep. And you know what? I'm not going to drag them for that. But guess what? If you think I'm going to sit back and Joe Biden gets to come in and start blowing up kids again, blowing up, innocent civilians, 90%, drone striking, and Trump was doing drone strikes too. I criticize him for that. I'm gonna hold these people figuratively to the flame. Yeah. I'm gonna be like, wow, you supported this. This is great. So tell me now, how do you feel about these kids?
Yeah, Trump not only supported and continued these policies, he also got rid of the provision that made the reporting of them not existent. So we still don't know exactly what Donald Trump did because he got rid of that. But one of the videos that I'm most proud of that I did before was during a presidential election where I went up to random people and I read off Obama's policies, but I told them that they were Mitt Romney's policies. And I'm like, Mitt Romney wants to assassinate American citizens. Mitt Romney wants to spy on you. Mitt Romney wants to torture American citizens. And
Mitt Romney was licking Obama's boots.
All of the people that I interviewed, I was like, this is Romney. And then they were like, this is horrible. We got to stop it. We got to fight him. And of course, these are all Barack Obama supporters. And then at the end of the video, I'm like, well, actually, I got to be honest with you. I lied to you. These weren't the policies of Mitt Romney. These were the policies of the guys you're voting for and supporting. And you didn't know anybody.
It's just tribalism, man. Yeah. It's all
party politics, tribalism, the divide and conquer agenda that's being played out that makes people hate each other over these little imaginary gang rules that are just absolutely ridiculous and insane.
Thanks for checking out this clip from the Timcast IRL podcast. We do the show live Monday through Friday at 8 p.m. So come back to check us out when we go live. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the like button, hit the notification bell, and we are also available on all podcast platforms for free if you want to listen to us there. Thanks for hanging out, and we will see you all next time.